Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, everybody. Good day to you. Good day. What's up? It's good to see you guys. Another beautiful day for hopping into some video game news, playing some games. Day 2 of Witcher 3. I'm excited. Yo, it's already rando mode time, guys. Let's go. I can't type. Not enough Java. Get your rando mode in there. Looking for that Latarfu. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was a good stream yesterday. The Witcher feels good, man. Feels good. And we just got a bit of a taste yesterday. We got weeks and probably months of Witcher 3 left to go. So, we'll be diving back in today. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. What's not to love about that, right? Well, let's do what we do, man. Let's go ahead and hop into our video gaming news segment. All right. If I can type. Man. There we go. All right. We ready? Let's get it. And right off the bat, what do we got? No other than some new Diablo Immortal news. Wouldn't have it any other way, would we, chat? Fantastic. Okay. So, first Diablo Immortal update brings Battle Pass. So another thing to buy and frustration. Somebody transformed Sonic Frontiers into a 2D game. I'm guessing what that means is they took the trailer for Sonic Frontiers and they stripped it down into a 2D trailer. Because the game hasn't even been released yet. Pop over here. Baldur's Gate 3 update news. Let's take a look. Video game sales set to drop for the first time in years. I'm not diving into this. I have seen so much stuff across the board regarding video game industry profitability here lately, from being recession proof, which I have disagreed with. Maybe what I've basically said from since the get-go of seeing that be stated was resilient, recession resilient, not recession proof. There's no way. But we've already seen a lot of statistics that have shown that across the video game industry, whether you're talking hardware, software, anything like that. What up, gamer? What's up, dude? I'm barely here, dude. I'm moving slow this morning. It's good to see you, buddy. Basically, from like the 1st of 2021 all the way up till this point, current times, we've seen roughly like a 20% drop in profitability of video game industry across the board, right? So it's those stats have already been there. Now, we're talking profit drop. It doesn't mean that they're losing money. It means they are still profitable, just not as profitable as they were last year, right? So make sure that that's very clear. So I'm not going to jump into this. God of War Ragnarok isn't the only great game 2022 has left. Well, let's see what they're talking about. Apparently, GameStop is continuing to lay off staff and fires their CFO. Banking on the blockchain. Good luck. Good luck, GameStop. We've seen news here lately about GameStop and just like how terrible they've been treating their workers, and entire stores just quitting at the same time, being like, we're done. Horrible, like district managers and stuff like that have had multiple stores quit underneath them, things of that nature. Not going to dive into that. We know GameStop's in a pretty dire position right now. They're struggling pretty hard. I'm also not going to, I'm just going to touch on this. Apparently, they're saying E3 2023 is going to be run by the team behind the PAX gaming event. E3 has not been held for, what, roughly 3 years now? And every year they go, we're not going to have E3 this year, okay? No E3 this year. We're definitely having one next year, though. And then they don't have one next year. So, sorry if I'm a little bit skeptical of them continuing to do this, that they do, this same kind of thing they do every year, where they go, hey, we're not going to have it this year, but be ready because we're coming next year. And then they go, oh, we're not going to have one this year. So we'll see. I'm not going to put any kind of stock into them actually having an E3. And look, even if they do, I don't think it'll ever be as successful as it once was. I just don't. I could be wrong, but I think too many tech companies and developers and things like that, I think they've seen that they're able to do this in a different way than needing to be a part of E3. AMD's FSR 2.0 can be added to games seriously quickly. We'll take a quick glance at that. No work this weekend, right, gamer? Just games. Remember, all work and no play makes gamer a dull boy, dude. Not reading into this. We've already talked about TikTok and what they're doing. GTA 6 update provided by Rockstar Games, huh? Okay. New Halo Infinite update is good news for OG fans. There we go. Looks like ViewSonic's got some new gaming monitors out there. I'm not going to dive into that. New RoboCop and Terminator games are coming. Word. Good deal, buddy. Good deal. New Xbox Game Pass game is one of the worst yet. Look, this is my take right now. I think that Xbox Game Pass is kind of getting slammed while many people are promoting and lifting up PS Plus subscription service. And I think there's partially some of the reason behind that is because there is the fact that Game Pass has been around for so long. It's inevitable that they recycle games through Game Pass, right? Whereas PS Plus, with their new subscription launch at the beginning of last month, end of May, beginning of last month, they're really trying to suck people in. So they're going to be trying to put out the best titles they possibly can on the subscription service to begin with. So I think there's a little bit of that going on. Now, it still is what it is, and kudos to PlayStation for making sure that they are, bringing some nice titles to the table to try to bring in as many people to their subscription service as possible. And it was probably a bad play on Xbox's part to not try to make sure that they had some really good games coming to their subscription service at the time of PS Plus's release, to try to ensure that they weren't going to have a bunch of people leaving their subscription service to go to PS Plus. Just saying. You like my iBat? You're cute. What's up, Wick? What are you doing, buddy? What's that? Okay. Just take credit. Just take credit. It's all good. Just take credit for it, dude. Have a nice death, dude. I know that game. I know that game. Yep. I might have it wish listed already. Yep, it's already on my wish list, dude. Yep. Uh huh. Yep. That the game looks really cool. Have you played it at all? Yeah, it's already on my wish list, man. Yep. This was one of the games that we actually, was this one of the ones that came during, gives you OA vibes? Yeah, right on. Yeah, I remember watching. We either saw it. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, gamer. Not yet. Okay, so we either saw this during the summer game showcase stuff, and I wish listed it then, or I wish listed it whenever we came across like a news segment. We came across it in a news segment potentially, I think, and I wish listed it then. It was one of those two things, I'm pretty sure. But it was fairly recently that I came across it, and I was like, dude, that looks really good. That looks really good. So yeah. I would really like to play this, dude. Yeah, this is a really cool looking game, for sure. If you end up playing it before me, man, you got to let me know what you think about it. Are you planning on playing it? Because yeah, it just came out in March. It's fairly new. Gamer, yeah, dude. The Soulsborne games are notorious, man. For doing that to people. The thing that's wild about them is like you get those people that speedrun those games, and they know how to just download a handful of games. Right on. Cool. Um, they make it look so easy. You know, you get those people that play those games nonstop and they speed run them and stuff, and they make it look so easy. And then you go in and play those games for the first time, and what all did you download, dude? Um, they are designed to be pretty brutal games, and it feels bad. I mean, dude, there were some of those bosses in Elden Ring that I took over like 250, 300 deaths to before I beat them, you know? And it's definitely molding. Yeah. Um, so I get it. I get it, man. And for me, I think one of the things, obviously, I did not feel like a lot of what Elden Ring had to offer was a great experience anyway, so that jaded me a bit. I was having crashes, the performance wasn't great, and so I was already a bit jaded on the game anyways, and then having to go in and deal with, you know, like raging out of getting molded because of all the there was definitely a lot of cheese in the game too. I mean, I've got five excellent examples of getting absolutely cheesed out in the game. Um, from being completely like 90 degrees to the side of an attack that got stabbed into the ground from a boss and it still hit me and killed me. And I was like, you know, or like an enemy jumping to attack me and I dodge out of the way and then it like air pivots and then slams down on me. And it's like, there's a lot of cheese in the game. And it feels bad when you get cheesed too. It feels really bad. So I get it, man. I get it. And I don't blame you one bit for just being like, nah, this is not for me. It's not, those are not games for everybody. Absolutely. And if you're not having fun playing a game, I enjoyed a good amount of that content. There's a good amount that felt bad to me too, though. All right, let's pivot right here. I just, it's so funny that we get all, like, now it's like all the news articles are video game market is declining and going to drop and then all we were getting for like 2 to 3 weeks in a row was video game industry's recession proof and it's like, which I mean I guess both could be a pro, which the video game industry is not recession proof, dude. There's no way. Just wild how that works. First impressions of Sony's new gaming monitor, PC monitor, and probably headsets. We'll take a quick look here. I'm interested to see what some reviews are saying about Sony's new stuff. Because again, remember, Sony has come out with, they are pivoting hard into the PC gaming realm, right? They're going to be releasing their games on PC, as well as they are promoting their peripherals as not just console specific kind of stuff anymore. It is console and PC equipment now, right? So I'm interested to see what they say about these. This is so wild. This is where we're at. Like, this is how real video games get. Well, I would say don't feel all that bad about it. Don't Say don't be so quick to regret. You're a video game lover, a video game enthusiast, and therefore, part of what comes along with that is collecting of video games. So, even if, for instance, with Elden Ring, you're not going to play your way through the game, I'm sure you can respect the game for what it is, and you know, had you not bought the game and never played it, you might not have known ever, if it was a game for you, right? And so I'm sure there's a little bit of a regret there, but just the fact that you're a passionate game player and by proxy, all of us that are very passionate about video games, we all are collectors, you know what I mean, in some form or fashion. So, that just kind of comes along with the territory, right? So, I don't know. I've got a ton of games that I haven't played, and I don't really see it as a regret. I just see it as I wish I had more time in a day to play more games. Oh, VS, dude. Yo, Wick, VS is really good. Her Story, that sounds familiar. Spelunky 2, I really want to play. Outer Wilds, bro. Did you get all the DLC too? Subnautica. I really want to play Subnautica. I own it. I still haven't played it. Golf with Friends. And Firewatch is supposed to be very good too. Golf with Friends. I ignored this? Why did I ignore this? That might have been a fat click or something. All right, dude. Cool, man. Planescape Torment? Did you really grab it? Because I messed up. I don't even know if that was the ending. I have no idea if that was the ending. No clue. I got trolled. I'm not taking blame for that. I got trolled. I beat not Planescape. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about Superland? Oh, the game we switched to. Yeah, Superland, dude. Superland's a lot of fun. Yeah. The only thing that weirds me out about Superland is the jumping feels so like just boopy. It's like boop 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 boop. I don't know how to explain it. That's my word for it. It feels boopy. Yeah, Superland's a lot of fun. Pinky had been recommending that one to me for a long time, man. And it's a lot of fun. It was free on Epic, dude. Did you get it on Epic? You just downloaded it? That game's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And the Outer Wilds, the reason I've been waiting on Outer Wilds is because it goes on sale all the time, but it goes on sale for like 18 bucks. And it's just the base game. And then it's like another 20, 25 bucks for all the DLC. And I figure they're supposed to be making Outer Worlds 2, I think, right now. And at some point, Outer Worlds, the first one, will come out as like a bundle where it's like the complete edition or whatever, and it'll be like 20 bucks for the entire game and all the DLC. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on for Outer Wilds at this point. Because even if I bought it right now, I probably wouldn't play it right now, so there's no point. It's just not on the schedule. This is what I was going to talk about, though. This is what's super wild. Like, you see people posting stuff about, yo, check, this is like what happened in the war, or, any kind of war situation, or, yo, check out this video I took of this plane that crashed by my house or whatever. And it ends up coming out that they're like fake, dude. This is stuff that's being made in like CGI, like engines, game engines and stuff. That's how realistic stuff's starting to look, Tabo, what's up, buddy? Nine Souls. That sounds familiar too. Nine Souls. gamer, come across games like Valkyrie Elysium and Star Ocean Divine Force. Too many. Not gonna buy any more games. Half an hour goes by and you buy another game. Yeah, it could definitely be an addiction for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for me is like I find myself in that predicament sometimes too. Did you? It sounds really familiar. I can't picture it. Oh yeah. Okay, cool, dude. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, thanks, dude. Uh-huh. Right on. Um You'll have to let me know as you play through those what you think. We're going to be on Witcher 3 for a hot minute cuz it's a long game. Um I find myself in the same predicament. I mean, it's like whenever, especially when sales come around, right? Especially when sales come around. Tabo, how's your day going, buddy? Like the summer sale that they just had on Steam, I'm always telling everybody like, yo, there's good sales right now. If there's any games that you're wanting to buy or you've been planning on purchasing or whatever, now might be the time to grab them, right? But I'm not trying to get people to go like spend money that they weren't planning on spending or whatever, or buy games they weren't planning on buying. It's just a good time to grab some of those titles that you might have been holding off on until a sale came around. And like for myself, it's usually what happens to me is I wait for those sales to come around, and I'll see those like I had about 4 or 5 games in my cart on Steam, right? And what usually happens to me is I'll put an amount of games in my cart and I'll go, okay, these are the ones that I really want to play. They're pretty good deals, and then I'll like kind of narrow it down. You know what I mean? It's like I ended up buying Stardew Valley and with the soundtrack, and I got The Forest. I got it all for like roughly $15, something like that, 16, $17. But there were other games I wanted too, but it was like for what those other games were going to cost and the fact that I wasn't going to get to play them right now, and I know they'll go back on sale at some point in the future, I was like, there's no point in me buying them right now, and that's usually what I end up doing. Um, but my collection continues to grow because of the same thing, man. Game Pass, I know, I need to look at it. Yeah. I like owning games too though. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. I like owning my titles, man. I've always been a bit weird like that. I like owning my games. And I need to get away from that because it really doesn't matter because most of the time if I play through a game, I'm never going to play it again anyways. You just wanted to call me your Game Pass everywhere. Yeah. Coming day one to Game Pass. You just wanted to call me your bae. That's all it was, Wick. I am? What are you talking about? Streaming services are literally the reason Blockbuster went out of business, dude. And you're the one promoting a streaming service. How am I the reason? Yeah, but that didn't work, dude. Because you're talking about a streaming service. Mega events company won't let E3 die. Promises return. Look, man, they've been promising E3 was going to come back for like 3 years now, and it keeps not happening. Now it's being produced by a different company now and everything. So we'll see, dude. We'll see. But I'm not putting any stock in this. I'm not even going to dive into these because we're still a year away. And until we get closer and they actually have some kind of legitimate, like, this is where it's going to be happening. This is the date. We're ready to roll. I'm not putting any stock in this. They say this every year. And E3 keeps getting canceled. So I don't know. We've already got something about this pulled up. we already talked about this yesterday too. The Mike Ibarra is like really trying to stand up for what they did with Diablo Immortal. Sorry, it's not gonna work, dude. Not to me. Not for me. It's not. New Made in Abyss game trailer released. I'm not even familiar with what that title is, but we'll pull it up. Crisis Core Remaster will stick to the original story. All right. Last page. Yeah, I mean, this is a really weird thing, and we should probably talk about it a little bit. We see more and more of these, like, streamers who keep getting very lucrative deals to move on to YouTube to stream. And look, I have never tried to stream on YouTube, but everything I know about YouTube streaming service is that it is not nearly as friendly as what Twitch is, right? But at the same time, Twitch is not doing anything to really help themselves try to retain these bigger streamers, bigger content creators. And YouTube is just like, here's a big contract. Come over and stream with us, be a content creator on our platform. And I think the reality of it is quite often whenever people switch platforms, they lose an amount of viewers. That's usually what I kind of take from what happens, but they're signing very lucrative contracts. So for them, it doesn't, it kind of balances out. What I wonder is from like Twitch's side of this, are they just like banking on the fact that I mean, look, there's no denying the fact that Twitch is a very, very popular place for people to stream. It is polluted with streamers. You know what I mean? It's like, and they make money off of everybody that streams. So, but they make good money off big streamers too. So, I don't know. I don't know exactly like what their mindset is here, because I mean we've seen it a lot in the past couple of years where when it comes to Twitch offering a contract to a bigger streamer and YouTube offering a contract to a bigger streamer, it's like no contest. And it's not like Twitch doesn't have the money. They're owned by Amazon. So I wonder what their mindset is behind this like situation. Is it? Are they much more restricted upon like terms of service and stuff for what you can and can't do on the stream and stuff, things like that? Is that the play? I didn't know. For like live streaming and everything. So I mean, Twitch has definitely gotten more strict upon like TOS and stuff like that. That's for sure. But I felt like to an extent they needed to. For them, yeah, and I'm guessing it's kind of situational as well. Yeah, I guess it depends. Depends on situation, person to person, maybe as well. Yeah, and again, I don't have a lot of info specifically regarding the differences between YouTube and Twitch and what they offer to each platform specifically offers. What I do know is that what I have read and heard is that because Twitch has been doing this for so long, they have a very user-friendly platform, right? It's set up in a way that is very, very nice for the broadcaster and for the interaction of the broadcaster with their audience, their community, and to be able to build around that, whereas YouTube isn't quite as friendly. So, not that that is keeping people from going over and using YouTube, and it's definitely better than something like Mixer was. You know what I mean? It's not like they're drowning. It's not like YouTube is not doing a good job. But it's just wild to me that, like, it seems like Twitch, it almost seems like Twitch to me is making no effort whatsoever to retain any of these bigger content creators. Like, who was it? There was even one within the past couple of years that whenever they were trying to contact one of these content creators, Twitch sent them an email and didn't even spell their name right or something. Well, look, Tabo, Twitch is notorious for banning people really quick for things as well, dude. And this is what I'll say. You need to take a look at things from the people that are managing the sites as well, okay? So ultimately, what you are doing is trying to constantly moderate for your business this platform that is allowing people to live stream things, yeah? And there are terms of service. And if something looks like it has potentially violated that term of service, then you are constantly being scrutinized for not taking things down fast enough, right? And you have to, if something has been done, said, broadcasted that could potentially be in violation of terms of service, you have to nip it in the bud, as it were, very, very quickly, right? And that's why quite often you'll see people get banned really fast. You'll see people get banned. You'll see content get taken down very fast, while it gives them time to reassess whether it was something that necessarily needed it or not. If it's something in a gray area that they're like, we need to take time to assess, take it down, right? So from the viewpoint of a broadcaster, right? And you see it all the time. People get banned out, their channel gets banned, or content gets taken down, and it quite often looks like it was for no reason, right? And the ban gets lifted really quick. But if you look at it from the point of view of the actual company, they're doing their due diligence in trying to make sure that they're not getting themselves in trouble by letting people broadcast content that is potentially against terms of service and could get them in trouble as well, right? So we have to try to look at things from multiple situations here. Now, what I will say is that there have always been issues on these platforms with certain, like, big streamers being able to get away with certain kinds of content being broadcasted, whereas smaller streamers would absolutely get banned, or even to the extent of both would get banned for the same kind of content, but a smaller streamer would get banned for a much longer period of time. So standards weren't always held to the same extent. There's like preferential treatment to people that were big name streamers and stuff like that. So there definitely has been that kind of thing that has happened on these platforms for sure. For the guy I watch, even still on YouTube, his viewer population has decreased. Yeah, yeah. Again, well, and this is one of the things that I've heard from a lot of content creators as well. Is obviously obviously streaming has become more popular, right? It's become more popular. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah. Well, and I mean, I guess I elaborated a little further on your take there, but that's just something that I've noticed. People, it's not that take is unwarranted. People getting maybe banned for things that they didn't deserve because it happens on multiple platforms. It does, right? People get banned, they get copyright strikes or whatever for things that aren't necessarily deserved, right? But um, I think a lot of times it is a way for the platform, the company to go ahead and safeguard themselves while they take a more diligent look at if it needed that action, right? Wait, are you serious? No. YouTube will ban any kind of mention of like historical. What? That doesn't seem right. Is that for real? Can anybody confirm that? We might have to look that up. That's wild, dude. Um, and gamer, yeah. And look, this is what another thing that I've heard from a lot of people. I mean, it's not only. I mean, this is like content creator wide, right? I mean, it's obviously been better over like the past 4 or 5 years or whatever, right? And every year that goes by, it gets better and better with um, being able to. More people are engaging with viewership on these platforms. That's what I'm getting at, right? So the tough part is showing people that you are building a community and that you're part of this and setting yourself apart and things like that, right? So I think that the thing that Twitch really has going for it is that Twitch is known as the streaming service, right? YouTube has it, but Twitch is known as the streaming service. And that's where most people go to watch live streams. So I think inherently that's why you'll see people when they leave to go to YouTube to like on a new contract or whatever, they just decide to leave Twitch and go to YouTube, they'll potentially see some um, loss in viewership because just naturally, this is the OG streaming service. And this is where people like to spend their time, right? Uh, so I think that's just part of it. And that's what I've always heard as well, gamers, that like people move over to YouTube and they just lose. They just lose viewership. Now, for those big streamers that have signed lucrative contracts where, worth millions of dollars, they're like, it balances out. Yeah, for them, it balances out because they are up front getting a lot of that money that they're going to lose on the back end from losing a lot of that viewership, right? Um, but for other people that decide they want to go try YouTube, and there are people that stream on both, but that don't want to do Twitch and want to stream on YouTube or whatever, that they're potentially going to lose viewership just because of inherently what Twitch is as the OG streaming service. And this is where a lot of people go and just hang out for live stream content. It just is what it is. Yeah. Huh. That's weird. So wait then. So I don't know if I don't know what's going on right there with what you're talking about, Tabo. But I mean, look, man. You can pull up 9/11. There are all kinds of videos on YouTube about it. So I don't know exactly what's going on with what you're talking about, but it didn't seem right to me. So it made sense to go ahead and pull this up. There are videos everywhere regarding historical stuff. I mean, um, I guarantee you can pull up stuff right now about you know what I mean? I guarantee it. So I don't know what's going on with the channel that you're talking about and them getting banned. There's something in particular going on there, dude. There's something in particular going on with that person's channel. Um, I would find that absolutely wildly absurd for a platform like YouTube to have all historical things be blocked. That wouldn't make any sense. And that just proves right there. I mean, all you have to do is do a search, man. And there's all kinds of stuff about historic. I mean, specifically what you were talking about is 9/11. There's stuff everywhere, dude. So I don't know what happened with the content creator you're talking about, but there's something specific going on with whatever they were trying to do that was not within terms. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, what we need to try to do is make sure that we are not spreading misinformation. That is a very, very problematic thing nowadays. I know it was not an intentional, that's not like not what you were trying to do, but just because you heard of one instance of a creator having something banned and turning it into something where it's like they don't allow anything historical without doing any kind of research, that is potentially spreading misinformation. That's why I mean all and this is what I try to get across to people all the time, right? Is taking information that gets fed to you, take that with a grain of salt, and then do your research. Okay? Um, it doesn't mean that whoever fed you that information is necessarily wrong, but it is up to you to do a little bit of research yourself and find out if what they gave you is actual credible or misinformation to keep yourself from spreading potential misinformation to other people, right? Um, that's why I try to make sure that I am very, very diligent in letting you guys know where I might not be totally informed on something because I don't want anybody grabbing information from me in this channel and then going and spreading it somewhere else and being like, well, OA said this and it must be that way, you know, when I might not be totally informed on a subject, okay? Um, there is, and again, I know that it wasn't anything potentially meant to be malicious or you're trying to spread misinformation, but this is the way it works. This is how our world has gotten to a point where misinformation is spread so easily, right? And all it takes is just a little bit of research to, because what was being said in chat by you was that, like, any kind of mentioning of historical facts in a YouTube video will get that video banned or whatever. That's obviously not the case, right? That's obviously not the case. And all it takes was just doing a simple search. So I would just prompt everybody to please do your due diligence. Let's try to not spread misinformation. There's enough of that going on in the news and in the world. Let's do our part. Try to educate ourselves. Make sure that we are spitting facts through this community as to the greatest extent possible. Okay. Yeah, we're going to talk about GameStop a little bit. The last thing I'll say is, like, I probably need to do a little bit of research on what YouTube streaming service offers. But at this point, like, just I have been a Twitch viewer for years and years and years. I'm talking like early 20 teens, you know, and so roughly a decade or more, you know. Um, so not just a viewer, but since I have been streaming on Twitch, I have found it to be very nice. I enjoy what Twitch has to offer me as a content creator and a broadcaster. I think that some of the things that Twitch is doing that I've read about with ads and stuff like that, I'm concerned about. But I need to dig more into that too before I start talking more in depth about it. So for the time being, I have no plans to ever switch, and I just need to do more research regarding where Twitch is headed, what other kinds of platforms are out there and available, and if anything seems to be potentially better moving forward. At this time, I don't think there is, but I haven't done a lot of research in that area either. So that's where I'll end that discussion. Yeah, we watched all the Skull and Bone stuff. Did you guys see it yesterday? How many people stuck around here or actually got to see the gameplay stuff from Skull and Bones? Um, I will continue to be skeptical of what the game has to offer because of how many delays it has had. It worries me. Um, Other than that, a lot of what the gameplay showed yesterday looked pretty cool. It looked pretty fun. A lot of ship customization. The water looked really good. Like, the environment looked really nice. Um, the battle looked fun. It's multiplayer stuff, which is cool. Um, so, Skull and Bones looks neat. Looks neat. I don't know if we'll necessarily dive in. I would I would say that it's probably a certainty for me that I will not dive into that game right away because I just have too many worries about why the game was pushed back so many times. It worries me too much, especially from a AAA. From a big developer like Ubisoft to have a game pushed back like 5 or 6 times within 4 years, it worries the crap out of me. So I'll probably let it come out, and if reviews are pretty good about the game, then and we have enough people in the community that want to like try it out together, maybe we'll start playing it together or something. But we'll wait and see on it. But the gameplay looked pretty good. I was actually kind of surprised with it last night. All right, let's jump into these. First, Diablo Immortal update brings Battle Pass, So another thing to spend money on, baby. Let's go. Great job, Blizzard. And frustration. Is this a joke? Diablo Immortal has released its first update since its launch, though players are not satisfied with what Blizzard has added. As detailed in Blizzard's patch notes, the biggest addition in the update is a battle pass for Season 2 of Diablo Immortal entitled Bloodsworn. The Bloodsworn battle pass contains 40 ranks worth of challenges and rewards, such as legendary gems, crests, hilts, and more, along with 2 paid battle passes titled Empowered and Collector's Empowered. Both paid passes, unlock an empowered route where additional rewards are unlocked for each rank. Both also include cosmetics, while the Collector's Empowered Battle Pass also gives buyers an immediate 10 rank boost upon purchase. This Battle Pass will run until August 4th. Besides the introduction of Diablo Immortal's Battle Passes, a new raid boss, Vitath, the Shivering Death, has also been added. If the player wishes to hunt the Frozen Demon, they can begin the quest by speaking to Rick at his Heliquary in Westmarch and paying $10,000 to embark on the quest. There will also be a weekend event from July 15th to July... I added that, okay, as a meme. It doesn't really say that, but I wouldn't be surprised. There will also be a weekend event from July 15th to July 18th called Hungering Moon. During the event, the player will earn moon silvers, which can be traded for blessings, which can then be traded in for a random reward. Earn silvers to trade for blessings to trade for rewards. Why are we trading things to trade for things? The Diablo Immortal team also provided a brief update on the future of the game, stating Blizzard and the Diablo Immortal team would like to thank you for your time spent defending Sanctuary. The patch is just the start. We've been collecting suggestions and feedback for the game since launch. We look forward to sharing more updates in future patches. Team also revealed there will be an additional update later this month, which will add a class change feature. General Manager of the Diablo franchise, Rod Ferguson, confirmed this in a tweet, saying, the second update scheduled for later in July will be our first major update. Noticeably absent from Blizzard's communication is any mention of the game's aggressive monetization strategy, though earlier in the week, Blizzard President Mike Ibarra defended Diablo Immortal's microtransactions. The reception to the new patch has gone generally negative. Several players shared their feedback in a Reddit thread dedicated to the upcoming patch. Nothing here is even close to what I'd need to see to reinstall the game, shared one player, while another added, yeah, it's minor bug stuff. I'm so glad I uninstalled a few weeks ago. There's nothing coming outside the occasional raid. This is the game, that's all. Third user was also unhappy, commenting, is this a joke? An event with random rewards and a battle pass with a new skin, no other changes. Similarly, Blizzard's Twitter thread about the new raid contains a lot of replies making light of Diablo Immortal's microtransactions. Look at this. Demon down on his luck. Look, he says Diablo Immortal in, and Demon down on his luck. Visa MasterCard. That's hilarious. There we go. Good old Blizzard. Get wrecked. Fan transforms Sonic Frontiers into a 2D game. Sonic Frontiers 2D is now available to download. Sonic Frontiers has gotten a 2D makeover in this brilliant fan-made creation. We've been seeing more people do this kind of thing. Last month, Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase gave us our latest look at Sonic Frontiers, which will bring the series' traditional platforming to an open-world setting for the very first time. While the levels showcased certainly look like classic Sonic environments, it remains to be seen whether open zone freedom will be as popular as the linear levels of previous titles. But for those who prefer a slightly more old-school Sonic adventure, there's now a fan-made Sonic game that transforms Sonic Frontiers into a 2D game. Made by the talented Comly World Games, Sonic Frontiers 2D features an open zone to explore and gameplay mechanics straight out of the Blue Blur's upcoming game. Also a cyberspace level which you can access by collecting 10 hearts. From the footage, which you can check out below, Sonic Frontiers 2D looks impressive and fittingly pays tribute to both Sonic's new adventure and his old hits at the same time. You have to wait until late 2022 to play Sonic Frontiers. You can download this fan-made creation right now. Back in May, we got our first look at gameplay for Sonic Frontiers, which showed combat, open-world exploration, and Shadow of the Colossus-style boss fights. Recently got the demo got to demo the game, but weren't exactly wowed by what we saw. Mechanically, visually, and narratively, Sonic Frontiers makes a staggeringly awful first impression. We said in our Sonic Frontiers hands-on preview. Let's hope for better things from the full game. Oof. Yeah. I want to just kill the sound there for this. Oh, this is 9 minutes long? It's just a 2D version of Sonic Frontiers? That's wild. Alright. If you're interested in watching that here. Baldur's Gate 3 update allows players to live out their dreams as a gnome bard. The gnomish are not notoriously good on the loot. The addition of gnomes in the latest patch marks the first time a new race has been added to Baldur's Gate 3 since it launched in early access. Gnomes start with +1 to int, along with the gnome cunning passive, which grants them advantage on all int, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic. Wow. Another major addition to this patch is the new bard class. Whether they're spitting pithy one-liners on the front lines of combat or inspiring your party with instrumental buffs from the sidelines, bards are a powerful class to have in your party. Jack of all trades who can cast powerful spells with just a melody, wield cutting insults as if they were mere weapons, and potentially kill a man with a pun about his scrotum, reads the game's latest community update. Wild. The Bard class will have two subclasses, College of Valor and College of Lore. The former is a supportive subclass with ally-focused buffing spells. The latter is focused on debuffing enemies with biting insults. Speaking of bards, 4 playable instruments have been added to Baldur's Gate 3 with a performer feat at level 4. Characters will now be able to play flutes, drums, lutes, lyres, and violins. Let's go drums. By playing to crowds, characters can earn gold, or alternatively, these performances can also be used to distract robbery targets. Sick! This patch will also include some quality of life changes like the new Swarm AI mechanic. In battle, this groups several enemies together in larger fights so they'll take their turns simultaneously, speeding up some of the game's sluggish fights. That's cool. This patch is rounded out with improvements to cinematics, expanded hairstyles, and hair colors, and finally, you can now go digging for buried treasure. Let's go. God of War Ragnarok isn't the only great game 2022 has left. Let's see. Strong start, strong finish. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Last of Us Part 1. Remake, yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is getting really hyped up. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Splatoon 3, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Bayonetta 3 are all going to give Switch players plenty to enjoy in lieu of Breath of the Wild 2, which we won't see till next year, right? Offerings from third-party developers Skull and Bones, Digimon Survive, Saints Row, Soul Hackers 2, Madden 23, NBA 23, Valkyrie Elysium, Sonic Frontiers, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Gotham Knights, Star Ocean Divine Force, Callisto Protocol looks cool, and Dragon Quest Treasures help round out a very AAA lineup. Even though the pre-launch hype of those games might not match that of Elden Ring or Starfield, are people really hyped about Starfield? I don't see it, man. I don't see people being hyped about Starfield. Okay. Again, that's good info, but that's what's important for us to note there. That probably is what it had to do with, was the way the video itself was tagged from that individual as being humor, and then also having 9/11 in it, which is not something they want to be having as part on their platform, accessible on their platform, right? So yes, that makes sense. But we need to make sure we're being very diligent in not putting out information going, you can't talk about anything historical on their platform, because that's not the case, right? But I appreciate you looking into it, Tabo, and letting me know. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense, buddy. Yeah. So far, 2022 has been home to a diverse and experimental lineup of AA and indie titles. That trend will continue in the back half of the year. Every kind of gamer should be able to find something that appeals to them, whether that's a turn-based JRPG, a narrative adventure, or a game where you play as a cat. Recommend giving these titles a second look if you're looking for something to fill the Elden Ring-shaped void in your heart this fall. As Dusk Falls, Stray. I want to play Stray. Stray looks so cute and cool. Cool and cute. I don't know. Those things. Live Alive. Immortality. Cult of the Lamb looks really good. Curse to Golf. Pac-Man World Repack. Lord of the Rings Gollum. Yeah. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Lego Brawls. Tim. Still Rising. Warhammer 40k Darktide looks good. Metal Hellsinger looks good. Evil West looks cool too. Solstice. The Dialfield Chronicle. Session Skate Sim. Signalis. Plague Tale Requiem. Yes. Scorn. Yes. High on Life. Harvest Stella. Pentiment. Hello Neighbor 2. Yeah, we got games coming, man. We got games coming. You like JoJo's? Wait, what? You talking about yesterday? Samara. Or that is Samara Chase's father. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Oh no, it's all good, dude. Yeah, no worries. It's good to see you, man. Oh, and her 6 hour stream too. Right on, man. Good for her. Good for her. Cool. Yeah. Well, how you been, buddy? Um, Tubo, are you talking about the were you talking about Owl House stuff yesterday? Is that yeah, we were talking about it yesterday, right? Yeah, sure, go ahead, dude. AMD's FSR 2.0 can be added to games seriously quickly, so watch out, NVIDIA DLSS. Software engineer shows it can be done in under an hour. Really? Panos Karabellis, who was previously a rendering programmer at Codemasters of Dirt and F1 fame, has now posted a stream up on YouTube, and it shows the seriously impressive feat of incorporating FSR 2.0 into his own Spartan engine. The entire process from downloading the repository on GitHub through the coding in the game engine is over in less than an hour. Really? This is tangible proof that introducing support for the frame rate boosting feature really can happen this quickly. Granted, it's about the most basic implementation, but I didn't do reactive mask, I didn't do transparency and composition, I didn't enable sharpening. This is as bare bones as it gets. Nonetheless, the results are impressive. Upscaling from 720 to 1440p, and the whole process is so smooth and fast, hitting a few snags here and there. It's exciting to think how easy it could be for game devs out there to make the effort and include support. That's actually wild. That's actually really cool. Been good, hanging out, working a lot. That's good, dude. I mean, spending time with the family. I mean, yeah, right on. Uh, Censor a potential third season thanks to fans. It didn't work. Best animated scene in the show, a, a gay kiss. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, you know, what's funny is what was the movie with the Bruno song in it? What was that? Yo, Samara, what's up, my friend? Encanto. What was the sister's name on Encanto? Uh, this one, Luisa. Yeah, you know they like Disney was super apparently super hesitant about making Luisa this like you know big strong like woman and everything. And she turned into like the most popular character from the entire show. You know, like there was like a bunch of uh, stuff internal to Disney about them not wanting this character to be like this and stuff. It was really wild, from what I remember hearing about it. So I'm not surprised, Tabo. Yeah, awesome, Samara, awesome. Um, I know. I have to address this every once in a while. I'm I'm proud of her too. I'm psyched that you're proud of her. I have to not allow promotion of stuff like that in the channel, even though I promote her. I shout out Devea's stream in the channel a lot. I have to do it at my own discretion because other people doing that kind of stuff in the channel sets a precedence that anybody can come in here and do that kind of thing. So that's why that got deleted. Okay. So I know that you're just trying to like say that you're proud and stuff like that. I get it, and so am I. That's awesome. I'm really happy for her. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So again, I have a lot of friends that I've made since I started streaming that are streamers themselves. I shout those people out all the time because I love supporting them, and it's important to me to support them as a friend and a streamer myself. But setting a precedence where anybody that sees this feels like they can come in here and just start talking about anybody promoting anybody else's content or their own content, their own stream. That is not what I want. So I don't let people promote their own stuff or anybody else's stuff. So I know it wasn't meant to be like that, but I have to keep it out of chat. Okay. Um, Good to see you too, Samara. Yeah. How you been? Um, okay. Well, this is cool tech news here. Really, really easy apparently for developers to incorporate AMD's FSR2. Basically the equivalent. No, no, no. No, I know. I know. That's why dude, it's not even a deal. That's why I addressed it the way I did. And I have to explain it every once in a while because it's not about Devea is awesome. I shout out Devea all the time. I've got plenty of friends that are streamers as well. I shout them out all the time. I just have to make sure everybody knows that promoting people is something I need to do at my own discretion. And I know that you didn't do it as like a promotional thing. You were just saying it because you're proud of her and everything. I get it. It's just can't allow people to think or see that and think they can just come in to this channel, this community, and promote themselves or anybody else they want and start spamming like other content. You know what I mean? It's just not something I want. I can't allow it. It sets a very bad precedence. That's why. But this is new. This is cool news, man. That's really really easy to do. Again, look, this is like they were saying, very very bare bones for what they did, but even bare bones, that's a significant incorporation for games, you know. So that's neat. That's good stuff. Grand Theft Auto 6 update provided by Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games has once again uttered the words next Grand Theft Auto in a new statement. Although it is no secret that Rockstar is knee deep in the fabled and tentatively titled Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. I mean, I at my own discretion promote people all the time that are fellow streamers and friends and stuff, and it's just I can't, because that's what will happen, right? If you allow people to promote within your community and stuff, you'll start getting not just real users, you'll get bots and stuff too. They'll start like bot spamming your channels and stuff with coming in trying to just spam other people's links and stuff like that, you know. And I'm just not going to let it happen. Uh, Although it's no secret that Rockstar is knee deep in the fabled and tentatively titled Grand Theft Auto 6, the developer operates in the shadows and has created a veil of mystery, causing all kinds of speculation about its next game. There's a lot of love for Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption 2. The developer's last game raised the bar for open world gaming and set a lot of expectations for the next GTA game. Despite the developer retaining a lot of secrecy, it is completely aware of the hype players have for the Grand Theft Auto 6. In a new update regarding GTA Online and Red Dead Online, Rockstar Games talked about why it won't be creating any new major content updates for the online Western game. Dude, Red Dead Online has been getting the shaft for like over a year now, while GTA 5 just kept getting new content. It's wild. Um, the answer is as simple as Rockstar knows it needs to focus more on GTA 6. Developer confirmed it's been working on the new. It's like GTA 5. Yeah. I know, dude. I know that. Yeah. I know that. But that's why I tried to say specifically that, like, even when I first addressed it, I knew that you weren't trying to do that. The fact that these go on YouTube all the time and stuff like that, though, is anybody and everybody that might be tuning in now that is lurking, or anybody that's going to see these on YouTube, just so they understand what happened and why it happened and why I address things that way. That's it. I know. We're good, buddy. We're good, dude. I knew that you weren't trying to do it like that. Yeah. Um. No, dude. It was not like that. No, it's not like that. No, for me, it's just like, again, whenever certain things happen, I need to address it in a way that is informative to anybody that might be here or view this after the fact. That way, it's just an opportunity for me to spread information about the channel and the way we manage the community and things like that. And because you never know who's going to be able to see this content or who will be exposed to this content. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're not stepping on anybody's toes. It's just an opportunity for me to expand. Mr. Little Bat, are you here, bro? What's up, dude? How you been, buddy? Yo, did you get the job stuff figured out, man? Did you get the job stuff figured out? Uh, the developer confirmed it's been working on the new Grand Theft Auto for at least the last few years. Began shifting development resources over to the project as it ramped up more. Rockstar stated that it's aware of the expectations for the game and it's doing what it can to exceed them. Over the past few years, we have been steadily moving more development resources towards the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, understanding more than ever the need to exceed players' expectations and for this next entry to be the best it can possibly be, said Rockstar Games. Although Rockstar isn't ready to lift the curtain on the GTA 6 quite yet, refreshing to hear them talk about it candidly and offer transparency on what's going on with its various games. While some fans may be disheartened to hear the new GTA game comes at the cost of Red Dead Online, it makes sense for the developer to focus more on the follow-up to one of the best-selling games of all time. Yeah. It's just the thing that feels bad, again, working on it, take your drug test, right on. Background check, cool. Cool, man. Solid. Good stuff, dude. I'm glad to hear it. So it sounds like things have kind of aligned for you, yeah? I'm glad, man. I'm glad. That's awesome. Good news, dude. That's good news. I'm great, buddy. I'm great. Finally got a little more sleep last night. Past couple of nights before last night. Um, I'd only gotten like, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours of sleep in the past couple of days. I just hadn't been sleeping very well. I don't know, man. But last night I finally got some decent sleep, and I'm doing good, dude. Other than that, I mean, I'm well. I got no complaints, man. No complaints. Yeah, I appreciate you asking. Yeah. Um, Started playing The Witcher 3. Today will be day 2, and I'm loving it, man. I'm ready to dive back in it. The game's a lot of fun. Um, Here's what's funny about this, guys. Like, over the past year and a half or so, Red Dead Online had basically just been getting no kind of even decent content updates from Rockstar, while GTA 5 was consistently getting new content. And I mean, they were just getting blown up all the time. All the time getting blown up on like Twitter and stuff like that, and being like, why? It's like all they would do is like add a pair of like tan leather chaps or something like that into the game, you know, or like a new bounty or something here and there. And they're like, why is GTA 5 always getting this new content? And Red Dead Online, we're like, we never get anything. Like, what is this? And now they're basically like, well, Red Dead Online's dead. We're not doing anything else with it now. So now everybody's just gonna be like, what? It's not like we were getting anything anyways, you know. Yo, cool. Yo, Samara, tell your mom I said hi. Yeah. So it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. New Halo Infinite update is good news for the OG fans. New Halo Infinite update is seemingly that was weird. Good news. We all good? Dude, my OBS just flickered. Hopefully we're good. That was weird. New Halo Infinite update is seemingly good news for fans of the sci-fi first-person shooter series, and especially good news for OG fans who may prefer the older Bungie-era Halo games compared to the 343 Industries era Halo games. To be fair, the older Halo games are better than the recent ones. Of course, because those were made 2 decades ago and made by a different studio. Many of the developers that made those games are no longer on the series, which is why it's great news for fans that veteran of the series, Paul Bertone, has returned to 343 Industries. Bertone has worked on every mainline installment in the series, minus Halo Infinite, well, until now, as he is now the technical design director at the series. Remove the Halo heritage from the equation. This is just good news in general because studios across the entire industry are bleeding talent, especially senior talent. In other words, to be adding an industry veteran to your ranks is a far bigger deal than it used to be. Cool, thanks, Samara. Halo Infinite is available via Xbox One, Series S, Series X, and PC. While its multiplayer is free to play, in order to play the campaign, you either need to have Game Pass or buy the game outright. Quote, Halo Infinite is the best Halo game that 343 Industries has made so far, reads the opening of their review of the game. Across both its campaign and multiplayer offerings, Halo Infinite finds a way to push the franchise forward in new meaningful ways, while also staying true to what Halo was when it first arrived on the scene 20 years ago. Final product is a game that is simultaneously a game that is simultaneously seeping with nostalgia while also feeling like the next gen of Halo that we have been waiting for. Okay. Well, that might be good news there for Halo. New RoboCop and Terminator games are coming, guys. Check it out. Publisher Nacon announced some new games today, and among them are RoboCop, Rogue City, an upcoming FPS starring the famous cyborg police officer from the 1980s, and Terminator Survival Project, a survival game set in that universe's bleak, machine-ruled future. Oh, that could be really wild. Let's talk RoboCop first. Destined for both PC and consoles, it is being developed by Teyon, the studio responsible for Terminator Resistance. Here's the pitch. Welcome to Detroit. Crime runs rampant, the city on the edge of ruin. As things descend further into chaos, you are the solution, a cyborg officer, RoboCop. Wouldn't feel right without Peter Weller reprising his role. Become the RoboCop in June 2023. Okay, so we got a year before this is potentially going to be out. Good news for fans of the original films. The Alex Murphy you'll be playing won't just look like actor Peter Weller, who agreed to be the model for the game's protagonist, but will feature his voice acting as well. Sick! Meaning you're getting the most authentic, dead or alive, you're coming with me you can get. That's awesome. Here's the game's trailer, which not only features gameplay. I am liking the implementation of the original film's target lock on visuals, but also shows this is looking like kind of linear single-player shooter that we simply don't get enough of in this day and age. Yo, let's watch this real quick.
In local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already
RoboCop,
claimed the lives
dude.
of 21 police officers.
Disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move.
That's awesome, I know. I remember playing RoboCop on like regular Nintendo back in the day, man. It was like a 2D side-scrolling platformer kind of game. Yeah. Wild. Oh yeah, man, head exploding. Oh, dude, his auto pistol too. Yes.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had any. This was just an isolated glitch.
Dead or alive, you're coming with
Yeah. He's so that is such a like a wild looking thing, dude. It looks really good. That looks really good, man. Sick. Also announced was Terminator Survival Project, which I'll spend a lot less time on since they only showed a brief teaser trailer, and said it's coming to PC and consoles in a distant future. Yo, Syke, what's up, buddy? Yeah, that looks awesome, dude. So this is what they showed about Terminator Survival Project. Yeah. Survivor kind of game. Yeah, Syke. Yeah, all good, Fish Little Bat. It's good to see you, buddy. Feeling weird? I was going to ask you, dude. Cool. So basically, Nakon is making, this is what we just saw, Syke. RoboCop, dude, new RoboCop. Well, so this game's not as far along yet. It just got announced. They're working on it. It's going to be like a survivor game where, like a survival game where it's like robots are like Terminator setting, right? Future robots have taken over the the world, and you're trying to survive and everything, apparently. But we just watched the new RoboCop trailer too, man. New RoboCop game is coming out June of 2023 and looks really cool. I saw the draft stuff last night. Dude dropped to number 4. Yo, what about your trades though, dude? The Habs made some trades. How you feel about that, dude? How you feeling about the trades, man? That's why you feel weird because of the trades? How do you feel about the pick you guys made, though? You good about that? Yo, could you imagine being like 17, 18 years old? And I mean, I can't. I know some people can, but I could not imagine being 17, 18 years old and being like 6'5", 220 pounds. What? That's insane, dude. What was in the water? Where you were growing up, dude? That's wild. Yo, Chain, what's up, buddy? Lights roaming off? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised when it wasn't right, and then I was surprised when right fell to number 4, dude. Right fell to number 4. I think everybody was like, wow. Kind of. Or was it 5th? Was it 5th? I thought it was 4. Might have been 5th. Thought he slipped 4th. Yeah. Yeah, fell to 4th. Skate 4 yesterday? On what, buddy? Chain on what? Was there like a certain showcase or something? New Xbox Game Pass is one of its worst yet. We saw some Skate 4 stuff the other day. The showcase we watched yesterday was Ubisoft's new pirate game. Why can't I think of the name of it right now? We watched the showcase yesterday at the end of the day. But yeah, that's some notable size, dude. Oh yeah. So the showcase yesterday for Ubisoft was just the their new was it Skull and Bones? That's what it is, right? Skull and Bones. Yeah. So EA, isn't it? EA is the one that makes Skate, isn't it? Skate 4. We did see some Skate 4 stuff the other day though. There's a playtest right now, actually. Chain, if you're interested, dude, we saw an article the other day, and you can actually sign up to like playtest it right now. There's a if you weren't aware, dude, there's like a beta. Yeah, there's like a playtest signups that you can go. I'll just pull this up right now. I'll give you this link if you want. We read about that in the news the other day. Yeah, I mean EA. I don't even like saying their name, but you like skating games, Chain Wolf? Have you seen this? Hold on, we'll get into this. We'll get into this this article real quick. But Chain, have you seen this, dude? Dude, I'm really psyched about this game. This came up in the summer showcases. Check this out. Yeah. EA can suck an egg, dude. Where's it at? Have you seen this, dude? Chain Wolf. Check this out, man. I am so psyched for this game. Dude, I love skateboarding games. Have you seen this? Oh, my bad. I meant to... Yeah. Skate Story. So, this actually came up in the... So, that's the name of it, Skate Story. It's not out until, supposedly, like, next year. But this came up in the, like, June showcases and stuff. And it's being published by Devolver. It was shown during Devolver's showcase stuff. But I saw it and I was like, dude, this looks awesome. So maybe go wishlist that one right there, Chain, if you like skateboarding games. I love skateboarding games, man. And this one looks like it could be a pretty cool ride. Yeah. There's also, hold on. There's one that I want to play with community, man. And it's not skateboarding. It's more like, let me find it real quick. Slope Crashers, dude. Yo, this is one I want to play with everybody, too. Because I like snowboarding games. Like, SSX Tricky is one of my favorite all-time sports games, man. Look at this noise, though. multiplayer going on this. So it's like SSX Tricky meets like Mario Kart kind of, but we get to be furries, dude. Yeah, I knew what thanks, bro. Yeah. It actually says it in the trailer. Yeah. Alright, it says that it's blood culture, yeah. This was something else that was shown during the summer showcase. SSX Tricky was one of my favorite all-time games, man. Like top 10 all-time game on Xbox One. And this looks like it could be some fun for the community, man. So it just made me think of it. I don't know. But the skate story looks awesome, man. So, I don't know. This is going to come out later this year. I figured maybe we could try to play it as some community stuff. We'll see. Let's get back into this news. Sorry. But yeah, there is like some playtesting stuff going on for Skate 4 right now. If you're interested, again, it's EA. Blech. I hate even saying that name, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. So if you're interested, you can go... Oh, no, that's good. No, I don't think, and Tabo, that's good info. I don't think they said what the name of the song was, but they said it was Blood Culture. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. So, new Xbox Game Pass game is one of its worst yet. Game Pass Ultimate have 4 new games between the various libraries across consoles and PC. Unfortunately, none of the 4 games are all that noteworthy, and one, in fact, may be one of the worst additions to date. Video game reviews are subjective, but platforms like Metacritic provide the closest thing we have to an objective opinion on video games through critical and user review aggregation. To this end, one of the aforementioned 4 games currently boasts Metacritic scores ranging from 57 to 59, depending on the platform, making it one of the lowest rated games to ever be added to the subscription service. Why is it being added then? Well, it fills a very specific niche. Game in question is Match Point, Tennis Championships. So these are the games coming. Match Point, Tennis Championships. Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Yeah, turn-based tactical RPG. I've seen a little bit of Solasta. I've never played it. Road 96. DJ Max Respect 5. That looks like what's coming. That's what we're getting. So. Say, wait. Yeah? Is that what? Say, yeah? Or yay? Yay? Yay. I don't know what you're trying to get me to say. The first one or the second one? Which one was closer? I'm surprised you didn't go, say, quarterstaff. The second one? Yay? Like yayo? Do I say it wrong? Of course I say it wrong. I say everything wrong. Just trying to make me say EA. Yeah. Gross. Sony's new line of gaming hardware may be a tough sell for PC gamers. So look, again, Sony is really pivoting hard into the PC gaming world, right? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Right on. So not only is it Sony and PlayStation trying to get their PlayStation games over to PC, they're actually marketing their peripherals and stuff to be both for their console and for PC moving forward. And we saw recently they came out with some new monitor, like a new monitor specifically, and a line of new headsets and things like that. This is the first we're seeing of like review stuff on it, okay? It's a boat. Yeah, there you go, dude. PC monitors and headphones are solid, albeit arguably not competitively priced. You know why? Because it has Sony's name on it. Sony Electronics has launched a new gaming hardware brand, InZone, targeting PC gamers. Company announced the brand last week with two 27-inch monitors and 3 kinds of gaming headsets. I got to test out the headphones over the span of a week and the higher-end monitor for 2 days. Both the 27-inch monitor called the InZone M9 and the headphones, the InZone H9, have features that make them stand out among the competition. But given their price points, the premium products may be a tough sell for gamers, who already have a vast number of other hardware makers to choose from. Sony plans to win players over through what it considers competitively priced products. The company is offering a $900 US 4K resolution monitor with 144 Hz refresh rate available this summer, and a $530 1080p monitor with a 240 Hz refresh rate coming later this winter. That's wild. So, I mean, for a bit of a comparison here, and look, I always promote this site, okay? If you want to get a good look at like how some products are going to line up comparison-wise and stuff, you can go into monitors here, like this site here, rting.s. These are like professional reviews. You can go into all kinds of different tech, televisions, headphones, monitors, soundbars, mice, keyboards, vacuums, blenders, printers, speakers, cameras, laptops, stuff like that, right? We'll go into headphones, right? And you can actually go into reviews, tests, tools. Within tools, they've got like a comparison tool, okay? Where you can take two of any product within the same category. Like they've got the Beats Power Beats Pro Truly Wireless and the Beats Pro Fit. Let's just go. I'll grab my headset that I use here. Sony. Funny enough, I do use a Sony headset. Where's it at? I think it's... No, that's not it. Truly wireless. Hold on. Where you at? I thought it was this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. And you can actually compare these, right? Yo, it's random mode time. So you can do this with any product on this site, though. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I feel like it's a really good site. I use it quite often whenever I'm in the market for any kind of new piece of tech or whatever. If I need to replace my headset or whatever, I mean, you know, it's just a good site for you to go in. You can actually, they show you neutral sound, commute and travel, sport and fitness, office, wired gaming, wireless gaming. You can see right here, not great for wireless gaming, wired gaming. Okay, stuff like that. Full comparison. They give scores. It's very, very detailed, review-driven kind of site and everything. And it's just a good site to use if you were looking for different kind of products and stuff. The thing that's crazy to me is Sony has always been a company where you're paying partly for their name, right? There are other companies like that as well. I feel like Sony's a pretty reputable company. They create a quality product. I have Sony products. I have a Sony headset. I enjoy it. I have a Sony TV. But quite often, if I'm going to buy something Sony, I'm going to be looking for a discount on it because Sony, you usually end up paying just for their name, right? Let me solo her. I did not see any new news regarding Let Me Solo Her. No. Tinwin, you have something for me? You got a link for me? Yo, random mode time, guys. Looking for that kapow. Yo, thanks, dude. No way, sick. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, we'll read that. Yeah, thanks, dude. The 4K resolution M9 monitor, which I tested, has full array local dimming. Thanks to that, colors appear super bright and pleasing to the eyes. Games on PC like Valorant, League of Legends, and Neon White. Neon White is supposed to be a really cool new game as well. I want to play it. Our buddy Pinky's already been playing it. looked crisp and vivid, especially if you're a speedrunner. Neon white is where it's at for you, okay? Apparently, neon white is really, really good for speedrunning. Looked crisp and vivid on the PS5. Titles like Deathloop, Elden Ring, and Horizon Zero Dawn rendered shadows and combat well. Photos on the monitor look bright and clear, easier to see the flaws of blurrier pictures through the screen. Monitor can be controlled by a software program called InZone Hub, where settings can be tweaked to a gaming preset or to a standard pictured mode, which lowers the brightness and saturation. Even then, with the settings tuned to look more like an average monitor, the M9 made in-game scenes such as green vistas and rushing water in neon white a joy to look at. With a roughly $900 price tag, though, Sony drives a hard bargain against lower-end options on the market, some of which cost within $300 to $600 range, while strategically staying under $1,000. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. I already own two 27-inch 1080p gaming monitors with decent refresh rates, Acer and ViewSonic, but they're several years old and due for an upgrade. I wouldn't have purchased an M9 monitor to replace either of them. I have a 27-inch. My main monitor is a 27-inch ViewSonic 1440p, 144 hertz refresh rate, and I think I paid about $270 for it, like roughly a year and a half ago. So I don't know, man. I know. I mean, again, part of what you're paying for. What? Tabo, stop. Was there? So, yeah, I was wondering where that Kappa was, dude. Even for the lower model for Sony that they're coming out with, it's a 1080p, right? And they're wanting like over $500 for it. Part of what you're paying for is that Sony brand name, you know? We've already read about why they're coming out with this stuff. I'm not going to dive into that again. Meanwhile, Sony's approach to gaming headphones is to see whether which of their three models resonates with consumers. The company is selling a wireless headset for $299 with noise cancellation, synthetic leather, along with a pared down $229 wireless headset, no leather or noise cancellation, and a $99 pair of wired headphones. At the $299 price point, the H9 headphones offer great sound quality. Audio is solid for games like Overwatch 2 and Valorant, helping me to hear which directions enemies were approaching. Getting the headset connected to my PC via Bluetooth was an ordeal, though, after the initial setup and fiddling with various game and Discord settings. Using the headphones repeatedly became a lot easier. Consumers may find the H9's microphone feature to be entirely useless, though. Talking via Zoom and Discord, it made my voice sound muffled, regardless of how I bent the mic toward my mouth. Laughing into the mic sounded like loud thudding. Mercifully, pointing the mic away while eating muted the sounds. Sometimes when I spoke into the mic, the headphone played back the sound of my voice. The muffled microphone was so unpleasant sounding that my callers would ask me to switch back to my professional podcasting mic instead. That feels bad. Reorganize the Gwent score screens. Oh, okay, cool. I've got a pair of Sonys. Okay. The reason I love them is because they are wired and wireless. That's one of the big things for me with a pair of like a headset. I want something that I always want to game wired. But if I want to take these and go travel or something and have 30 hours of Bluetooth time to listen to music, I've got it. At the same time, they're very comfortable. They have noise cancellation. Are they like the top, audiophile headset that you're going to find on the market? No, but I only paid like $70 for these, $80 for these, something like that. And I'm really, really happy with the purchase. I don't know. Yeah, that's a big deal to me, Mr. Littlebat. I find today it's you're either going to get one or the other. It's so hard, and it took me a while. That's one of the reasons I ended up going with these. And again, one of I always promote the RTINGS ratings, but it's spelled RTINGS.com. I promote that site a lot, and I promote slickdeals.net because I use both of those sites a lot to research products that I might be in the market for. And that was one of my big deals for a headset, was that I want it to be wireless and I want it to be wired. And again, I mean, on RT, I mean, overall, this headset got like almost an 8 overall rating, all encompassing. And again, they go into depth with all kinds of different like stuff for how to rate products. And I mean, it can vary greatly, but overall, I think they got like a 7.8, 7.9. So it was almost like an 8 overall rating for this headset. And I really enjoy it. And I'm a shopper, man. I find it very hard. I love music, but I find it very hard for me to want to go spend like $200, $300, $400 on a headset. You know, it's hard for me. I'm a bit frugal, I guess. You know, I like getting a good deal on stuff. You know what I mean? Finding the best bang for my buck, as it were. And having a headset that was both wired and wireless, man, was a big deal for me. So I love those. I love those guys. They're awesome. But I do know, you know, I've heard great things about HyperX. We've talked about this a lot. I've heard great things about SteelSeries. And I think both of those, we've got people in the community that use both of those makes of headset. And I think both of those also have some headsets that can be both wired and wireless as well. One of my big things is if I'm going to be wired, I want it to be a 3.5 millimeter jack. I don't want mine to be wired with anything else but a 3.5 millimeter jack. I'm pretty partial to that. So, and that's what I got. But to each their own. That's just me. Again, I mean, another thing to call out about these headphones is that the noise cancellation works pretty well. The hum of my air conditioner dulled, as did the clacks of my mechanical gaming keyboard, though I could still ultimately hear both. The thing is, for me, in my situation, I don't like noise cancellation that doesn't let me hear anything. And that's what these are. Like, I knew whenever I was buying these that the noise cancellation on these headphones was good, but not that it would drown everything out. And that's like perfect for me. H9 headset boasts 32 hours battery life and a 10-minute charge time. As I tested, my units seem to live up to those claims. The headphones have been beep loudly when they're out of power, disconnected, or finished charging. Japanese conglomerate hopes that PC gamers, particularly first-person shooters, will give Endzone a chance, and the products I tested are solid picks. Still, Sony is entering a saturated market while notably choosing not to slash prices. That's Sony, though. I think everybody knows at this point that Sony, along with a few other companies, you're going to pay more for that name, right? You're going to pay more for that name. That just is what it is. And that's what I expected to see off of that kind of review right there. Pair mainly work music, but still able to use while gaming. Don't want that whole big old school look. Yeah. Earbud stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I've looked at too, is potentially getting some earbuds, because I deal with headaches occasionally. Not quite as bad as I used to. Managing it a bit more nowadays. But I've been looking at getting some earbuds to potentially use, because a lot of times you'll see me on the stream and I'll have like my headset around my neck. Stuff like that, so I can still kind of hear stuff, but I deal with headaches, so I don't always wear it on my head, because sometimes it can make my headaches worse and stuff. And earbuds are good because they don't really mess with my, you know, if I'm dealing with a bit of a headache, they don't make matters worse, really, you know. So I've been thinking about the same thing, Mr. Littlebat, yeah. Made in Abyss game trailer released. Yeah, Tabo? Yeah. The video game Made in Abyss Binary Star Falling into Darkness is set to release for PS4, Switch, PC on September 2nd. Ahead of it actually releasing, Spike Chunsoft has revealed a new trailer that sheds light on what players will actually be able to do in the video game adaptation of the popular anime. Is anybody familiar with this anime? As anyone familiar with the anime will expect, it involves a raiding of caves for ancient goodies while fending off monstrous creatures. 2 different game modes in Made in Abyss, Binary Star Falling into Darkness, with Hello Abyss following the plot of the anime, while Deep in Abyss is a new storyline featuring a player-customized character named Aki. Regardless of which is played, the underlying systems seem to be the same. You progress through by accepting and completing contracts, pulling relics up from the eponymous abyss while taking on deadly critters, and the curse of the abyss itself. Check out the new trailer for the Made in Abyss Binary Star Falling into Darkness for yourself embedded below. Heard about it but not seen it. Let's see what this trailer looks like. Couple minutes here.
I must confirm it with my own eyes. That's what a cave raider does.
But I want to confirm what I am.
Kind of loud, yeah.
Yes, Master.
That won't do. You two aren't cut out for it.
But don't let your guard down.
Okay.
Is that better?
Good point. This again.
That was kind of loud. Tingman, yeah. To be expected. They just go around fighting everything with a pickaxe? Is that the play? Is really a really dark anime? Really? That's intriguing. Ooh, food. I do love food. Oh, wow! Yeah. It was weird. Yeah, I was like all like cutesy, and then all of a sudden the homie's like bleeding black stuff from his eye orifices, or his face orifices. Yeah, wild. Okay, I can dig it a little bit more. I like darker games, darker stories. Another story takes place many days after Rico and Reg depart from the Abyss. An official description of the game's original story states, the world's sole remaining unconquered chasm. The Abyss is the stage where many adventurers are born and disappear. Those who appear in these stories are mesmerized by the power of the Abyss and aim for the bottom of the netherworld. Story about to be told is of the adventures of a nameless cave raider in the Abyss. Set to release on PS4, Switch, PC on September 2nd in North America and Europe. Can pre-order now. Second season of Made in Abyss anime has also started. Okay. If it's in a game, you pay for depression. Anymore, if it's in a game, you pay for anything. You pay just to experience the game, and then you'll pay for any additional experience. You pay just to play the game, then you pay for any additional experience. Right? That's the way the gaming industry works nowadays. Right? Let's be real here. There you go, guys, if you're interested in anything additional there. Crisis Core Remaster will stick to the original story. In case you somehow missed it, a remaster of the 2008 PlayStation Portable video game Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII was announced by Square Enix last month with updated graphics and gameplay for modern consoles and PC. Titled Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, or in classic Square Enix fashion, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, the video game serves as a prequel to the events of Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I know, man. Given the look of the video game and nature of Final Fantasy VII Remake, it would be fair to think that perhaps there would be changes to the story of Crisis Core, but according to Square Enix, this is not the case. Final Fantasy VII Remake expands on the story of the original game in several notable ways, with Square Enix having chosen that route over a standard beat-for-beat retelling of the PlayStation Classic's original story. Crisis Core Reunion, however, looks to be a remaster in all meanings of the word, rather than a remake, and will apparently stick to what happened in the original. Quote, with Final Fantasy VII Remake, it was a new starting point for a Final Fantasy VII, and so we decided to expand the story. Crisis Core Reunion producer Yoshinori Kitase, I think, told IGN in a new interview, but with the Crisis Core Reunion, it is a remaster, and it is still positioned as a story that expands on the original Final Fantasy VII story. So we didn't want to stray too far from that. Part of the same interview, the Reunion producer, Mariko Sato, stated there were no plans to add new parts to the story of the video game. So don't expect there to be major deviations from the storyline of the original Crisis Core in the remaster. Set to release for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC this winter. Okay? All right. Here we go. So, shout out to Tinwin. Thank you, my friend, for bringing some additional news to us this morning. If anybody has anything else to add for the news segment today, please let me know in chat. This will be the final article that we have today. Anything that's pertinent to the gaming industry that maybe we haven't already hit on previous news segments or today, whatever, let me know in chat and we'll address it before we kind of wrap up the news segment for today, okay? Again, thanks, Timwin. Let's read this. Elden Ring's Let Me Solo Her gifted actual sword by devs because he's a legend. Yo, that is amazing. If you guys don't remember, and look, a Reddit player who rose to stardom has now been officially recognized by Elden Ring's publisher, which is, From Software. This is that individual. It might tell about it. I might not have to recap this. So Elden Ring took the world by storm earlier this year, but of the millions of players, one rose above the rest. Klein Suboi, a.k.a. Let Me Solo Her. Wielding nothing but dual katanas and a pot on his head, he helped other players kill one of the game's toughest bosses thousands of times. Now, publisher Bandai Namco, developers From Software. I apologize. I said earlier wrong. Has finally gotten around to sending him an official swag box complete with a personal thank you note and real-life sword. It's here, Subo tweeted on Thursday alongside photos of the package he received. Thank you, Bandai Namco and Elden Ring, for giving me this gift and congratulating me for being hashtag Let Me Solo Her. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, that's sick. That's sick, dude. Downloaded a new game last night. I haven't tried it yet. Wondered if you heard it. Yeah, dude. Let me know, Mr. Willbat. Oh, this is insane, dude. How cool is that? 2 katanas? Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. This is still very cool, though. Good on the devs. Good on the devs. That's really neat. Good on Bandai. Good on Bandai. It was the publisher. It was Bandai that did it. Apparently. That's really, really neat. Check that out. Very cool. I'm going to go ahead and like that. That's cool. In addition to the sword and personalized note was a cloak like the one Melina wears and some other trinkets. Packages similar to the one Will of Time author Brandon Sanderson received earlier this year. After praising the game at length, while not unique, still includes a literal sword. Suboi started making waves in the Elden Ring community back in April. Players taking on the optional late-game boss Melina would summon a random internet stranger to help them out. When Suboi was the one who showed up butt naked, he'd tell the other player to, quote, let me solo her. As he would, making short work of the notoriously tough foe. As word of his deeds spread across Reddit and social media, he gained a reputation for his naked heroics. By May, he had soloed Melania over 1,000 times. Elden Ring mods were made in his honor. A new From Software legend was born, yeah. I can still remember my first experience with the Soulsborne series and almost quitting because of Eudix Gundyr in Dark Souls 3. Suboy tweeted yesterday after receiving his official recognition from the publisher. I'm glad I persisted and went on to enjoy the game because this community is one of the most passionate and dedicated people I've ever seen in a game, and I'm proud to be a part of it. He went on to call out specific individuals within the community who had inspired him, naming Vati, Fighter, Fighter.pl, Iron Pineapple, Chase the Bro, Zoli, Limit Breakers, and Bonfire VN, among others. Unclear what's next for the Elden Ring star, but From Software has said an expansion for the game is coming. Studio is also already hard at work on a number of new projects, at least one of which famed director Miyazaki said was nearly complete and could be announced in the not-too-distant future, which we think is probably Armored Core, right? I think it's Armored Core. Oh, Man of Medan? Yeah, Mr. Littlebat. Yeah, I haven't played it, but I would really like to play Man of Medan. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm very familiar with what that game is. Did you start it already? Thought it was going to be 2 katanas? Yeah, that would have been really neat. It's still pretty cool. Yeah. I remember when we the first article we read about this individual, it was hilarious. Somebody was legit, somebody that worked for like a, one of these like gaming news companies, like came across him and was like, I summoned this individual, like literally just like wrote an entire article about the experience of trying to fight Melania and then seeing this summon spot for this individual and them saying, let me solo her, you know? And they just like sat down and watched it. And this naked individual wielding 2 katanas with a pot on their head just went in and like literally obliterated this very tough boss, you know? And it turned into this whole thing. It's really, really cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, let me know, Mr. Littlebat. It's Consensus, from what I understand, is a very, very good game. Yeah. This is going to be forever infamous. You know, this is like, this will be forever remembered, right? Forever. Yeah, this is pretty great stuff. And I love the you know, just the cherry on top, as it were, is the pot on the head with no clothes. You know what I mean? It's not enough that he's just going in and like saying, hey, just chill out and let me take care of this for you. But to go in and be literally dressed in nothing but a pot on your head, that's like the cherry on top, dude. It's so good. And good on Bandai for doing this. That's really, really neat. Good on them. Oh, that sucks, Mr. Littlebat. That sucks, buddy. Sorry, man. Yo, I think that's going to do it for news today, guys. As always, I appreciate everybody being a part of it. I love doing the news. It's really, I mean, I enjoy it very much. I like staying current on what's going on, and whether it be, you know, acquisitions or even just fun stuff like, you know, seeing the this last article we read. And again, shout out to Tinwin. I appreciate this, buddy. That's great stuff. And I always really appreciate, you know, I do my best to find as many pertinent articles as possible every single morning, but I'm bound to miss things. And I very much appreciate our community bringing me in news, information regarding the industry that I might have missed. I appreciate that very much. So shout out to all of you that do that for me and for us. I appreciate it very much. That'll do it for the news section. We're going to move on to Witcher 3 Day 2. But if you're viewing this as a VOD on YouTube, you're enjoying the content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with us at 6 a.m. CST every single day, where we start off with video gaming news, okay? If you wouldn't mind, consider maybe hitting that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Leave me a comment so we can have a bit of a discussion regarding some of these topics we went over today too, all right? Other than that, just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for July 9th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?